I lost 12 years being the guy who froze up. Not because I didn't know what to say, but because the second the pressure was on, my brain would just shut off. Someone would call me out in class, I'd try to talk to a girl I liked, or someone would ask me a question I wasn't expecting, and suddenly, nothing. Then 20 minutes later, alone in my room, I'd have the perfect response. Every single time. Too late, obviously. My brain apparently only works after the meeting's over. And if you've ever thought, why am I so smart when I'm alone? There's actually a reason. You probably don't have a communication problem, you have a pressure problem. When you feel judged or nervous, your attention turns inward. How do I sound? Was that stupid? What should I say? Now your brain is trying to have a conversation while simultaneously monitoring itself. That's a terrible environment for thinking clearly. And here's the frustrating part. The harder you try to find the perfect response, the harder it becomes to find one. So the fix isn't becoming smarter or naturally witty, it's getting comfortable with imperfect responses. Start small. Answer a question even if your words aren't perfect. Tell a friend what you actually think instead of rehearsing your answer in your head like it's a courtroom statement. Have a harmless disagreement about something stupid, like which fast food place has better fries. Every time you speak without preparing the perfect sentence, you're teaching your brain, nothing terrible happens when I don't get it exactly right. But there's a way to speed this whole process up. I'll get to it in a second, because it's honestly the part that surprised me the most. First, you can train your ability to think out loud. Try this 15-minute exercise. For 5 minutes, read something out loud. An article, a book, whatever's in front of you. Then, for 5 minutes, explain what you just read without looking at it. Finally, pick random topics and give yourself
30 seconds to talk about each one. Your favorite movie, why you hate Mondays, whether social media is actually useful. Don't restart every sentence. Don't try to sound intelligent, just keep talking, even if it comes out sounding like a confused GPS recalculating. Because you're not training yourself to always have the perfect comeback. You're training yourself to keep going when you don't have one. And here's that thing I mentioned. Watch people who are great at thinking on their feet. Comedians, interviewers, debaters. Don't just listen to what they say. Watch their pauses. Notice how comfortable they are taking a second to think. Because people who seem incredibly quick aren't always responding instantly. They're often just not afraid of silence. So stop trying to become the person who always has the perfect comeback. Become the person who isn't afraid of giving an imperfect one. Because the goal isn't to make your brain faster. It's to make your brain calm enough to use
what it already knows. So this week, pick one low-stakes conversation and stop rehearsing your response in your head. Just respond, even if it's awkward. And the next time you think of the perfect comeback 20 minutes later, maybe you'll realize you didn't need it. Now, tell me in the comments, where does your brain always blank on you? Texting someone back, meetings, or talking to someone you actually like? I'll read them.